Okay, so here's this idea I was thinking of. It sort of falls a little bit under the Occupy idea a bit, but it's not a matter of going out and protesting, because obviously that turned out to be a waste of time. And I would like to thank my UK friends as well. LSX was amazing and one of the last true ones. In my opinion, Global Revolution got a little wacky and weird, and they started fighting between themselves, and it kind of became a we're better than you kind of a thing, and we want to see what you're doing. And it became everybody became very suspicious of each other, which is retarded, and because originally everybody was on the same page. But then some kind of weird things happened, but I won't get into that part. Nonetheless, the idea is simply sometime probably in the summer when kids are out of school, uh, they can hassle their parents, because really, when you look at the situation, people who are most at risk are the young kids who are in school, young children, women, especially women, especially. If you're a politician and you're a woman and you're not saying anything about this, well then, you really are a slimy person. You could say something else, but I won't. So it would be nice to do this on a worldwide basis, but I can't really see that happening because this is kind of a big thing. But if one country could at least start this, and I think other countries may follow, and that's just for everyone to stay at home. Don't do anything. Don't go to work. Don't do anything. And we know that that's not going to work 100%, but if everybody in one country didn't do their job, didn't show up, and decided not to until they got some action from their government, or asked them just to resign and we'll do it for you if you can't do it, sort of thing, uh, everything would stop. Banking would stop. I don't know if television would stop, but maybe taxi drivers would stop. All shops would close. And I realize that would be an economic uh, problem for everyone and probably businesses as well. And like I said, I don't think it would hit everyone. I don't think everyone would jump on board on that. Pretty sure they wouldn't. But if, say, 60–70% of the people did, it could cause major problems. It would cause major problems in countries and get everyone's, the politicians' attention, because I don't really know any other way to do it other than, brutal force, and I don't think anybody wants to see that happening. Maybe not a great idea. I don't know. It's just an idea. Uh, because when you look at Egypt, when they started their revolution, things stopped for like I don't know. I lost track of how many days, maybe 11, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Got to the point the military was coming out to talk to them. You know, that's the kind of thing we need to do. And if they don't want to do it, then citizens can do it. It's not a problem. You know, this isn't a money issue anymore. This is a life issue, and things need to happen. It's really that important. And I'll be honest, I don't really see it happening, but you never know. If one country starts it, you never know. You know, it isn't just politicians who are the problem. Uh, People have to realize, obviously, there's other groups behind the politicians. And if you watch Kevin and Annette, what's going on in Brussels, especially in the coming days, uh, there's a big battle ahead here. And the way it's talked about, it's kind of like good against the bad. It's the good guys against the devils. Uh, and it's unlikely people. People will probably be very shocked to know who they're going up against. The Pope and the Queen, and many others. Uh, it's an interesting battle, without a doubt, and it really is a battle. And so there are lots of people who are fighting for you, including all of us who have talked about the nuclear issue. And you know, if it hadn't happened, this would be a really hard thing to get people to, you'd think, believe. But like it apparently says in the Bible, truth will fall on deaf ears, and it definitely has, clearly. And they have all the power, all the tools. It's a very hard thing to fight. So, that's why I say to Tom that, without this, nobody would know anything. Really, that's just the way it is. Uh, and when you think about it, when people talk about Fukushima, they're not just talking about Japan. It was in deep, deep shit, let me tell you. But it's the ocean. It's all life on the planet. It's every person living on this planet. I mean, they found plutonium in Lithuania. The air travels all over the world. The jet stream travels all over the world. The air we breathe is free. And don't forget, everybody living today was born into this reality. What you think is reality, what you know is reality. You were born into this. And I don't know about you, but nobody told me I had to pay for all this stuff when I was born. It's just something that is our reality, and you have to realize you have to break that reality. Especially now. Now we don't really have a choice. Now it's not a matter of they're it's a class war. Yeah, it's a class war, and they're doing this and they're doing that. Now it seems to me like it is a matter of life and death for everyone. And when you hear people say utterly stupid things, like we haven't learned from Chernobyl or 3 Mile Island, what's happened in Iraq, I mean, all these things that many, many people, veterans included, have talked about, we don't have a choice. We really don't. And, if it comes to having to storm government houses to take them over, fight off police, people may have to even do that, but we'd rather not do that. I don't think anyone would rather do that, but it's going to happen eventually, whether people like it or not. Dana's right in that. It really is true. Because when you think about it, and I think they know this already, and maybe we're just jumping to conclusions, but they're buying all sorts of ammo and stuff, and you have Agenda 21, and you gotta admit, it looks really bad. It really does look bad. If anybody looks into this, they kind of go, maybe these guys are right. It sounds crazy, but maybe they're right. And so when people realize that, they have cancer and they're going to die anyways, they really have nothing to lose. And so that some people are going to start to do some crazy things. It's going to look crazy to all sorts of people, and the news media is going to portray it as such. And that's why when you see, shootings happening in certain places, like military bases and whatnot, it makes you kind of wonder, are some of these people kind of starting that already? Because the news media and these bases will never ever tell you the truth as to what really happened. This guy, the stories aren't really jiving. And if their stories were better, maybe, we might not jump to these crazy conclusions, but facts are facts. This is the way it is. It is what it is. Wish it wasn't. I think all of us wish it wasn't. I can't believe that, 3 years and this is just still continuing. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And we've now contaminated the entire planet. And so the choice is, you can just live with it and watch everybody die. Maybe not everybody, but a pretty huge percentage of people. And they may not all die at once, but there'll be huge clusters at a time. And they'll probably call it viruses or something else. But the fact is, you either sit there and do nothing, which is what we've been doing now for 3 years, and eating it and breathing it and drinking it, or we all stay home and say we've had enough of this shit. And we want you to either do something about this, or we're just going to do it for you. We don't need you anymore. We don't need politicians. We don't need money, Kevin. None of this stuff matters anymore. It all does not matter. It really is irrelevant. We can talk about this and what we used to do and what we should do, but now it's done. It's over. And so that's the idea. I don't know what you think about it, but let me know. And if you have a better one, let's hear it.